Okay, now we're going to start on the back brakes and change the fluid in the rear end. Get it jacked up in there and put on some jack stands. thought I wanted the jack stands, but I guess I'll use these blocks instead. That thing's stuck. Well, I had to put a little bit of heat around the drum there a little bit with the torch. And squirted it with some PB blaster right around the crack and tapped on it a couple of times with a hammer and it come loose. But we can see they're pretty well wore down. It's not terrible, but I'm going to go ahead and put new shoes on it. I'll probably resurface the drums. They don't look too bad, at least on this side. We'll go over to the other side and see what it takes to get it loose. Yeah, I've already squirted a little bit of PB blaster on it, but we'll tap it a couple times here and see. Yeah, we'll put some heat on it. This one will try to get it to expand right there around the middle. Bit more heat. Popped it right off here. Let's see. This side pretty much looks about like the other side. Of course, the emergency brake cables was gone or cut off, so I got new cables. I got all new hardware. It doesn't actually look like the wheel cylinders are leaking, but I got a new brake line because this brake line's kind of patched together, and the rubber line in the middle is kind of bad looking, so start tearing these apart. Okay, while we're waiting on brake parts, I'm going to go ahead and pull this diff cover off. I'm going to put a different cover on it, change the fluid in here anyhow. So it looks like it's been leaking. None of these bolts was super tight. That's a mess. Give me a little container to put these bolts in. I can already smell that natty weight. That 90 weight has a unique smell, all right. Stinks. Clean all these bolts up before I put them back on. This purple looking cover doesn't really go with the truck anymore. Yeah, there we go. Another bolt. Yeah. Have to get all this old gasket scraped off of there. It'll make a mess. I'm not going to put the cover back on tonight. I'm just going to let this thing drain a little bit. Maybe tomorrow evening we'll put it back on. Now, see if we get them brake lines broke loose from the wheel cylinders. I may end up just putting new wheel cylinders on it because I got a whole new line to go through there. But that's for tomorrow. Okay, I think I got everything gathered up. Got new brake shoes. And got the new hardware kit, all the springs and stuff. I got the adjusters. I got them for both sides. Got new lower emergency brake cables. Got wheel cylinders. Probably really didn't need the wheel cylinders, but thought, well, I'm this far into it, I'm just going to go ahead and put some new ones in it. So start getting some of this on and we'll be back. Okay, got it all apart. We'll start putting it back together. Got a new wheel cylinder here. Put in it. I'm going to put a little bit of never sees in the threads on it. We'll put that in there and start putting the brakes back together. Maybe I won't be in the way of the camera too much here. Probably will be, but maybe I can reset it. Put it on. Okay, like I said, we'll take some never sees, put in the threads, just to help keep them things from rusting in there. I always do this just in case one of these days I might want to take it back apart again. It's always a pain when it's rusty. And it's got these little link pieces to go in here. It actually pushes on the shoes. Twist them into the rubber there a little bit. There's actually notches on top of them here that actually fit into when the shoe goes up there. These things go in there just like that. Okay. So I didn't have emergency brakes before, so I put new cables in here. And what I found out yesterday, when I was going to hook it up, I was missing the lever that this hooks to that goes on the back side of the shoe on this side. So I had to dig up some more parts. This was another set of brakes I come up with. And actually, these brakes was in really good shape, but I needed this lever to hook up to this cable. And there's a little clip up inside there. I'll pop that clip off and we'll start putting this over onto the other ones. Get the screwdriver just right and get that clip popped out there. Got dropping it here. Yep, dropped it anyhow, but got it back. Just so I can find it. Then we'll take this rod out. I'll put this one here over onto the new one. That hole's a little bit tight for some reason. It's got to have the big pad going on the back, because this one's a long one. Have the primary and secondary shoe. And the front shoe has got less lining on it than what the other one does. If it line them up here, you can kind of see where this one's shorter. That goes on the front side. I'm gonna have to get a drill bit, clean that hole out. Just can't get that thing in there. Okay, clean the hole out a little bit, so our lever here will go through the hole. I'm just going to put just a little dab of Never Seez on that, just to help keep that lubricated. A little bit of brake grease would probably work too, but I like using Never Seez on everything. Put that in there. And got a new little clip here. Clips right in there. If I could get a hold of a pair of pliers and try and do it with my finger, probably needle nose would probably even be better. Yeah, I don't know if I go get that in there or not. Probably not. Yeah, damn pliers ain't gonna work. Yeah, should have been a little better organized, but probably should have done this side and videoed the other side after I had it all worked out. But there we go. Got that on there. Now, we got this cable here. We got to get hooked into right there. Pull this spring back a little bit. Hook that in there, just like that. This here's going to go up on there like that, but I want to put a few more of these other things on there. Okay, we got this new This works is going to work the self-adjuster down there. Now we're going to take this thing here, and it's got a little hook. Goes into there, and that thing hooks onto there like that. This thing here is going to go on there and going to hook up there. It may be a little bit easier to do it this way. It may fall off before I'm done. There's a little red spring. Return spring goes underneath of there. Now in the spring packet, this in here takes the short spring. There's a short one and a long one for the hold down. Try to get all this lined up in this hole. There we go. Get that up into there. Do this without it all falling apart. Come on now. Hold my tongue right. Okay, so we get this lined up on there, and that end of that. Pull it in there just a little bit. I'm gonna run this pin through the back side here. Come on, pin. And hold. There we go. Now, there's a little slot in these caps. Gotta get this over top the pin. Just right. On the slot. Down and twist it till it locks in place. Oh yeah. There we go. I'm gonna have to kind of pull it out of place, but we'll get the springs on there. That's gonna hold it. Goes this in here. It's gonna come up, hook onto there. There's a spreader bar. It's gonna go in there. Go forward. And now this black spring is going to hook to here. Now, if I can get that up there. Yeah, we'll wait on that one there just a minute. Here's the spreader bar. Here's the spreader bar. This thing here goes in there. Remember, it's got a little curve to it, and I'm thinking the curve's going to go out. That's what we're going to try anyhow. I'm going to hook into there. And the other shoe on the other side is going to come up and hook into there. But I'm thinking that there's a little spring down here at the bottom. It's going to hook up for our adjuster. I may or may not want that hooked up now. I'm not too sure just exactly. But let's take this one. That's going to hook onto there. And I may get that in there after it's hooked up, but we'll see. We will see. Put the spreader bar in there. Everything just fall out. Okay. Yeah, let's bring this pin in this way. I'm not sure exactly on this. Actually, I'm not sure exactly on that spreader bar. I'm gonna have to take a look at a picture and see which way that thing went. Okay, after looking at my pictures, the spreader bar's got to turn over the other way. There's a little tab on this spring. It's got to point down, and this curve is going to come out. So, get locked in on that side. Try this all again here. Get in the bottom groove. Wheel cylinder goes in the middle groove. Everything here lined up. Now, they don't want to stay in there very good, but let's see if we can get a hold down on it. Hold this thing together. We'll get it in there in a minute. This takes the long hold down spring on this side. Doesn't want to sit in there. Does not want to sit in there at all. I'm going to try it again this way. This way. Try to turn the spring over. Yeah, let's see, maybe if I get a spring on here. Screaming on here. A few springs will start holding this thing together. That didn't work. Everything popped out. Everything popped out there. There. loose. Looser. Little notch right there. There we go. Now, black one on this side, and then that hole, it's going to come up and hook to that right there. Somehow this is supposed to work to go up here. Not sure about the plier part of it. Yeah. Well, let's try this. Didn't have any luck with it last night, but we'll try again. There's the problem. Let's see. Maybe I can go like this. That's close, but that's not gonna work. And this tool. Man, that's so close. So close. A little hole here somewhere I can hook this thing into. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's try it. Get it in there. Guess that was easier. Now I know the adjuster goes up in the bottom. There's a spring on that. We'll get that spring on it. Maybe I can change the angle here just a little bit. Thinking this. Okay. So let's have a look here. How these springs are. Yeah, it's a pain. Get all these things hooked up there in the right place. I gotta get the adjuster in down here and another spring in there. So we'll get the adjuster, change the angle here, and we'll get set up. Okay, here's our adjuster. It's got a end that's going to go up in there and on that, and then this thing here, just this, you know, there's a left and right to these. I'm going to put some never sees on these threads and put a little bit of never sees inside of that so this thing don't lock up. Then we're going to work on getting this thing in there. You could probably use brake grease on this, be just fine. Like I said, I like using this never sees. On there, let's see. Let's run this thing all the way down. Maybe we didn't get it on. We didn't get to putting the grease in there. I can't really tell. Never sees inside the threads in here and up inside this end. Put that on there. I'm just going to screw this thing here all the way down. Put this thing here up in there. Like this. It's going to hook in on both ends, but we've got this spring. Got to hook up in there. And I'm thinking hole in behind there that I can't quite see. I don't know if you can see this, how this goes, but there's a hole here inside there. Where is the hole in the shoe? Right here. Put that thing up. And we gotta get this hooked into there. Which I know is going to be a pain again. Missed it. So maybe I can take this out. Put the spring in. Then hook this back in there. So I'm gonna try it. May not work, but I'm gonna try it. Probably if I did it, put the hole down and hooked. Come on, get in there. Trouble is I got this thing. There we go. That's it. Now we got this in there. Okay, it's in there. Too far. There we go. Everything's set there good. This lever here works the adjuster. We just set the brake. Once the brake there looks pretty good. We'll have to run that out to adjust it to fit the drum. This side's all done. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to adjust the adjuster down here at the bottom to get the shoes out so that they come in pretty close contact with the drum. I got it screwed all the way in, so I know it's going to be too loose. So let's try that. Yep, really loose. You can do this from the back side too. There's a slot in there. Still too loose. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get it out there. That's not too bad. Feels like it just barely touches there. Barely touch. Sound like something metal grabbing, but I think it's just because it don't have the wheel on it. On the street. There we go. Okay, I'm going to work on replacing the brake line across here. Got all new line and rubber line. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scrape some of this old gasket off of here so I can get the new cover on. It's kind of funny pulling that cover off there. This gasket, I mean, it was like it was really stuck on there, but it's not stuck on there that much. What the heck that is? That's a rough spot right there. It's not too bad a shape. So I'm going to put some sealer on the cover, get the bolts ready, and put the cover on there. We'll be back. Okay, I put the cover on there. It's only finger tight. I use this Right Stuff gasket maker. It's finger tight, so I gotta give it an hour before I can torque it down, and it takes 90 minutes before you can put oil in it. But I don't know if I'll get to that tonight. But now we'll start working on them. Got new lines to go across the axle with a new rubber hose. And I got a piece of line to go up the frame a little ways. Well, I got enough to go up the frame 6 foot. So that's what we're going to start on. Now I've got the old line out. Kind of just holding the new line up there. Just doesn't seem like it's bent too great. If the person had a lift, it'd be a whole lot easier to do this stuff. You have to crawl around on the ground. These ends aren't the same. This end is a regular 3/16 fitting. This other end's a quarter. So now, gotta make them connect. box was bent when I got it, so. Okay, there's what I'm at. Snug it here just a little bit. It's probably easier there. I have to get up on top and look at that other one. Let's see. And looking under at it, it's not too awful far off. That's where it's going in. So I have to do just a little bit of bending here. Get her in there. Okay. Got this side hooked in there pretty good into the block. I'm gonna have to go over and start on the other side. Well, I got it running over here. Not sure exactly if it's supposed to be hooked to the cover quite like that. Like I get it hooked into the block. That may give a little bit of room there. It's coming along. Okay, got the differential cover torqued down. Got the wheel back on this side. Got it setting up in there a little bit. I gotta get this other side of the truck up in the air on the side because I got a brake line. It goes up towards the door from back here in the back. I gotta replace. So I gotta get this side jacked up enough I can get up underneath there and get into it. This is what I got. I got a long piece of this easy bin stuff. It should get up in there really good.